Good evening. Please stand to recognize the students from the health assistant shop who have completed the nurse assistant training program. Students, please be seated. And guests as well, please be seated. Welcome, administrators, faculty, students, family, and friends. Thank you for coming this evening to recognize the students' accomplishment in completing the nurse assistant training program. They have worked diligently towards this goal, and this recognition is well deserved. I would like to take a moment to introduce myself and the administrators and faculty that are here with us this evening. I am Cynthia Verity, the department head of the health assisting program. Dr. Elvio Ferreira, Superintendent Director. Mr. Andrew Ravello, Assistant Superintendent Principal. Mrs. Maria Torres, Assistant Principal of Technical Affairs. Dr. Katie Warren, Assistant Principal of Academic Affairs. Mr. Michael Zajac, Assistant Principal of Student Affairs. Mrs. Lois Miller, Director of Guidance. Mrs. Elizabeth Hyde, Health Assisting Junior Instructor. Dr. Stephen Alves, Health Assisting Sophomore Instructor. Ms. Lauren Ravello, Health Assisting Freshman Instructor. And Mr. Matthew Machado, Clinical Instructor. And we would also like to thank Mr. Nate Burns, our videographer this evening. Administrators, thank you for being here this evening. Without your support, this event would not be possible. At this time, I would like to call Dr. Elvio Ferreira to the podium to share a few congratulatory remarks.
Thank you, Mrs. Verity. Good evening and welcome, everyone. Before I address the students, I would like to take Just a few moments to thank the family and friends here in attendance this evening. The strongest base students can have as they make their way through the educational process is a support system outside of the school. I'd like to thank you all as friends and family of these students for the numerous hours and years of effort that you have given these students in preparation for them to be here tonight. To the students, tonight you take an extraordinary step towards making a goal that you set in your freshman year. As you progress through your career, you will probably hear the phrase, "I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession." This certificate starts you down that road and will hopefully bring you great reward in your life. You'll have the chances to deal with human emotion, and you're really going to make a difference. As many of you know, there are going to be some great moments in your careers in the medical field, and you will literally save lives. You may have the opportunity to feel the joy patients encounter when rehab or surgeries go well. You may share in the smiles and tears when parents hold their newborns for the first time. But you may also be taxed with the emotions when things don't go so well. You may need to be a provider of hugs when patients and families are dealing with heartache. You'll be praised and thanked for caring. You'll be appreciated, recognized, and applauded for all your efforts as you travel down this path. And as you do, try to remember these words. Never forget your why. Why will you do this work? Do it for the love. Do it because you care. Do it because you want to help. Do it because you want to inspire. Do it because it is kind and decent. Do it because it makes you feel good at the end of the day. You've come so far under a lot of tribulations and trials over the past few years, and we are unbelievably proud of your efforts. On behalf of the school committee and the district administration, we wish you all the best moving forward and congratulate you again for your success. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ferrer. At this time, I'd like to call Mr. Andrew Rebello.
What an introduction. You would have thought Bruce Springsteen or Drake was on stage with that applause. Let's hear it for our incredible teachers one more time. I think it really speaks to the difference of this shop, this vocational program, is the people inside of it. That's the students as well. You know, I think about this certificate, this achievement that is going to follow you for the rest of your life. This is no easy feat. This group of students in particular had to work extra hard for it. Think about the past 2 years. Marred by hybrid learning. Half their vocational cycle was at home. This group had to experience something that no other group had to experience, but still, they are here tonight and they're earning this certificate, so we could not be more proud of them. I think all of us have gone through an incredible 2 years, even personally. Had members that are maybe sick ourselves. You know, I think about a loved one of mine that was in the hospital for a little bit of time due to COVID. So I used to go visit him, and the first thing he said to me, "Oh, you should meet this nurse, she is so awesome." Every day she comes in here, she has a smile, she has so many patients to deal with, they're running around everywhere, but still, she comes in here with a smile and makes my day. That's the difference. That's the difference that you have the opportunity to make, students. Continue to be guided by what you've learned over the past 2 years, right? Skills from Diman, the hard work that you had to do to get here, the values, character, that have been instilled by your parents. If you continue to do that, you're going to have a successful life. You guys have been awesome. Congratulations. Thank you. one last piece, so it doesn't look like I'm sneaking out. We do have a school board meeting tonight, so Dr. Ferrer and I will have to excuse ourselves here in a little bit, but great to see everyone. Never hesitate to reach out. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rebello. I would like to call Mrs. Maria Torres also to say a few words.
Thank you, Mrs. Barabee. I just want to thank all family and friends for being here this evening, and it is truly an honor to be here before you tonight. I mean, to the students, wow, right? What a journey you have had. Give yourself a round of applause because you have certainly earned it. This has been one of the most difficult times in your life, and you'll look back and you'll think, how did I ever make it through? I have no idea how I survived clinicals. Some of you being cut short, not being able to have this last year for the seniors. This is 1 year overdue. So, my congratulations to you, because you have done it. And remember that when it gets tough, it's not going to be easy to get through, but you can do it. And remember these days that got you through. As a former CNA myself in a previous life, I know what it takes to do your job. It is not easy. It is not easy to muster up the courage and come in every day with a smile on your face and take care of individuals that depend on you. You are it for them. So remember that when you see that individual, that resident, and they have no one else, it is you. They depend on you. And you have to put on a good front to get them through whatever it is that they're going through. I know you can do it. You've been through a lot, but tonight is well deserved. So my congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Mrs. Torres. Students, on behalf of the health assisting faculty, I would like to tell you how extremely proud we are of you. This class of CNAs has really overcome so many challenges. The pandemic wreaked havoc on our training program. There was so much uncertainty about how and when you were going to finish. You endured remote learning, then hybrid learning, and we quickly realized the value of in-person learning and how it is nearly impossible to learn nurse assistant skills through a Google Meet. Our clinical site stopped hosting students, and for seniors, you were not able to complete your clinical hours until the beginning of this year, and your ability to start co-op was delayed. As a group, you had to endure countless PCR tests, rapid tests, vaccination mandates, booster shots, and let's not forget those personal belongings bags. Those personal belongings bags that were filled with the PPE that you had to wear each clinical day. Then, as if we hadn't had enough excitement already, the state decided to change the credentialing agency to Prometric. So we had to make some tweaks to our training to satisfy their expectations, but we did it. You rose to the challenge, you were motivated, you were determined to succeed. Your resilience is truly remarkable. Each day, I looked forward to hearing about your learning experiences at the clinical site, the bonds you made with your residents, the laughs, and sometimes the tears, like the sadness that filled your heart when you realized your resident couldn't understand why they needed to be in COVID isolation, or the pride in your voice when you told me the resident ate for you when they didn't eat for anyone else. What you didn't realize was that it was your gentle, kind encouragement that made all the difference for them that day. I remember the day you learned how important it is to make sure the bucket is in place when using the commode. Unless, of course, you really want to get things rolling. You talked about the luxurious shower rooms on the unit. But just because you were giving the resident a shower did not mean your instructor wanted one too. You learned that a code red is a fire emergency, but you also learned that a very special skill set is required to handle a code brown. You realized that the patient's behavior cannot always be attributed to their dementia diagnosis, because when they curse and then they look you straight in the eye and say, "Yeah, I said it," you know they are completely competent in that moment. The residents cherish the time they have with you. You listen to their stories, you pamper them, you joke with them, you love them. How many of you told me you hated to say goodbye on that final day? So take what you've learned, the lessons of compassion, kindness, and empathy, and go out there and make a difference. You've certainly proven that you can overcome challenges. For some of you, you will choose a career other than healthcare, and that's okay. But whatever you choose, be sure to do it with passion. Be great. Wherever you go, we hope that you will find all the success and happiness you dream of. We are so proud of you. Congratulations and best of luck. At this time, we will have the presentation of certificates and pins. Mrs. Maria Torres will present the certificates, and Mrs. Elizabeth Hyde will present the pins. Nurse assistants, you are going to come up on the right side of the stage, one row at a time. As you receive your certificate and pin, please pause for a quick picture. Parents, please feel free to come up to the front to take a picture. However, please be mindful of our videographer and do not stand in front of him. First row, please come up to the stage. As your name is called, please cross the stage and receive your certificate and pin. So this is our class of 2022. These are our seniors, and their training was delayed, but we are happy to celebrate them today. Sarah Almeida. Kaylee Alves. Olivia Benedetti. Jade Vitello. Jennifer Chan. Ivania De Silva. Kylie Fernandez. Anushka Herrera Velasquez. Ariana Linares. Amanda Martin. Morgan McCormick. Emma Winchell. Now these are our juniors, class of 2023. Naomi Alvarez. Isabella Butterfield. Kayla Cabral Barbosa. Jacob DeCosta. Michaela Garcia. Nevaeh Holly. Elise LaMountain. Kayla Lavoy. Destiny Machado. Sienna Madera. Hannah Martin. Ava Madden. Esther Medeiros. Ethan Medeiros. Michaela Medeiros. Carissa Paradise. Brianna Piñato. Kiana Kroll. Elaine Sherian. Brooke Sylvia. Mackenzie Vieira. And Janaya Viveras. There are a few students who completed the nurse assistant training program but are unable to be here this evening, and we'd like to recognize them. They are senior Marissa Benavides and juniors Iris Benoan and Marcus Raposo. We will now recite the nurse assistant pledge. I will ask the health assisting teachers to assist with lighting the candles. Nurse assistants, please stand. But please turn around and face our guests. Nurse assistants, please repeat after me. As a nurse assistant, I pledge to.
As a nurse assistant, I pledge to.
Use my hands to provide help to those in need.
Use my hands to provide help to those in need.
Provide comfort to.
Provide comfort to.
And not impose my opinion on.
And not impose my opinion on.
Those in my care.
Those in my care.
Maintain my reputation.
Maintain my reputation.
And justify the trust placed in me.
And justify the trust placed in me.
Understand that I am depended upon.
Understand that I am depended upon.
Remember that the resident has a name.
Remember that the resident has a name.
And is a person with feelings just like me.
And is a person with feelings just like me.
Understand that the patient
Understand that the patient
is not an interruption of my work,
is not an interruption of my work,
but is the reason for my work.
but is the reason for my work.
Use my hands to help
Use my hands to help
in a respectful, courteous, and attentive manner.
in a respectful, courteous, and attentive manner.
Treat the patient as a whole person
Treat the patient as a whole person
and not as a room number or a disease.
and not as a room number or a disease.
Perform procedures safely
Perform procedures safely
and to the best of my ability.
and to the best of my ability.
Safeguard the patient's privacy
Safeguard the patient's privacy
and maintain their confidentiality.
and maintain their confidentiality.
Protect dignity,
Protect dignity,
encourage independence,
encourage independence,
and demonstrate compassion at all times.
and demonstrate compassion at all times.
Please extinguish your candles. And please turn to the front. What a lovely presentation. Nurse assistants, before we close our ceremony, we would like to get a group picture. Please come onto the stage, seniors first. for joining us this evening to celebrate the students' accomplishment. This concludes our ceremony. We ask that you remain seated until the nurse assistants exit the auditorium. Thank you for coming and have a good evening.